Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my guide to getting started on NVMP, the multiplayer mod for Fallout New Vegas. So just recently, this June actually, there was a character wipe, meaning everyone lost all their items and was put back to level 1. So I just started playing again just today actually. So I decided what better time to make my starter guide. So to start off, I usually do slash Goodsprings if you haven't spawned here already. And I head over towards this house on the hill. If you're new to Fallout New Vegas, we'll just call it the Doctor's House, but many people who have played it and have actually completed the very first mission know that this is none other than Doc Mitchell's house. So Doc Mitchell's house has a collection of items that are pretty useful. So there's got a couple bottle caps on that shelf. You're going to come into this side room off the doorway after you get those bottle caps on the dresser. You're going to come over here. You're going to grab all this. There's a Med-X on this medical cart. You're going to grab that. There's a doctor bag at the foot of the bed. And you're going to come back over here. It's like before the living room, not past the living room. You're going to come in here. And then there's two first aid boxes. There's a decent amount of medical supplies in here, so I suggest you grab it. And then there's an ammo container. Depending on what kind of character you're going to use and what kind of starter guns you have, you can pick and choose. Because as many new players may not know, Fallout New Vegas multiplayer is set to hardcore mode. So ammo and pretty much everything in the game has weight. After you've finished up at Doc Mitchell's house, I suggest you head straight out this way towards the north. Now that you're on the road north, you're going to have to travel quite a ways before you get to the next location where I will be discussing what you will be doing there. As you travel down this path, do not worry, as the Cazadors that were once here in the original game have been removed. Now that you've reached the tribal village, you can scour the area for Psycho and Jet. Grab as much of it as you possibly can, and then once you've found all of it, you can head on over to the two tents that are to my left. Starting with the first tent, there's a few medical items in here. Grab two stim packs, and you can head over here to the first aid box. Next up, you can head to the second tent. Inside, there's just a foot locker, or an armor case, if you will. And you can usually get some decent items in here. Sometimes there's reinforced leather armor, which is good starter gear. Now that we've reached the first location, we have another long walk ahead of us. Now that you've reached this point in your journey, you're going to have to engage in combat unless you can do the stealth way, which is what I'm about to show you. As you are a level 1 or close to a level 1, you probably do not want to engage in a combat with a band of fiends. So to start out, you're going to have to crouch and walk from here. It is a slow, painful walk, but luckily with your lab coat, you are actually pretty fast compared to someone wearing power armor or armor that is heavier. So if you see fiends walking out of their den like that, you can always risk it and go, but typically I just like to wait until they decide to go back into their little ruined building over there to minimize the chances that I get detected. Especially when I'm such a low level, it's just not a risk I'm willing to take, especially when I'm trying to get new gear. It's just, if you die, you have to redo this entire journey, and that's not fun. Once you've gotten past those fiends, you'll be right over there. Just come out and come over here in front of this Sunset Sarsaparilla sign. Next up, you're gonna want to head over here, squeeze through the crack to avoid those fiends right over there, and then you're gonna head on inside and follow the path I take. Now, once you reach this back room, there's going to be a pistol and a holotape. You're probably going to need the pistol if you want to be able to fight those fiends outside to get some extra gear. If you grab the holotape, you're going to go up from level 1 to almost level 5. In your level ups, I'm going to give you a few pro tips. Do not upgrade guns. Guns does not save. Pretty much every other skill, to my knowledge, does save. So I would say do not worry about losing any other skills. Next up is perks. On the perks section, only pick intense training. None of the other perks, any of these perks, besides for here and now, save. Intense training and here and now are the only perks that save. Then, once you're done leveling up, you can head over here, and in every single one of these Sunset Sarsaparilla crates, they are filled with bottle caps. So make sure you loot all of them, because there's a ton scattered around this room. Now that you've looted the building, you can equip the unique weapon you've got called Pew Pew. You should have picked up a few energy cells along the way like I did, so you'll be able to use this to your advantage and take out some of these fiends with a sneak attack immediately. Once all the fiends are dead, you can go loot their bodies and then head up the mountain like I am. Once you reach the top of the mountain, you have to walk over here, and then you should find a duffel bag filled with good gear. And you will always find Mark II reinforced combat armor. That is pretty much it for my starter guide on MVMP. This will help you get some decent gear right off the bat and a quick few levels. Just as a disclaimer, if you reload your game multiple times inside of Sunset HQ, you can do the XP glitch infinity times. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that, and you can get to like level 50 if you really wanted to. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.